Greetings, Commanders! My name is Eagle, and welcome back to another Warpath video. Finally, update 4.1, the first major update of the year, has landed in Warpath. And in this video, we're gonna break it down for you and give you all the details you want to know of what's brand new in this update. So stick around to know what this update unfolds for us. To kick things off, this update had three major impacts on the game and other minor stuff that had also been adjusted, rebalanced, or additional stuff to the game. Now, there are always chapters down there, so feel free to jump into whichever chapter that actually interests you the most. The first thing that has been added to the update, which is a major thing, it is actually a new PVE event. Now, this event is called Operation Distract and Destroy. In short, this event is actually just you, when this event starts, it hasn't started yet, but when it does, you just basically attack ravens that are spawning right next to your base. Once you attack those ravens, you'll be able to gain some additional rewards, including golds and flags. Now, these flags can be used on the newly redesigned bunkers, which I do actually like their shape right now. The state that they were before isn't really that great. It's gonna take me some time to get used to these, but hey, it is here as well. So basically, you take those flags, you use them on a specific bunker that is on the map, and that this bunker right now turns into a Vanguard bunker. Now, a Vanguard bunker is much stronger than the actual one. You would require to form a formation or a group and attack it. Basically, it's a minimum of 2 players that has to be there. Once you attack it and succeed in defeating it, you'll be able to get extremely massive rewards after for the same level of energy and bunker level as well, which is really cool event. I think it's pretty solid one, especially for free-to-play players who has been accumulating their energy across a period of time. This is a pretty solid event. I do like it a lot, and this was the first thing that this update had. Now, the second thing that has been added to the update, which is a massive thing, you can see it right now over here with a new tab, which is basically the buffs. Now, there has been a lot of buffs that have been added in this update, development ones and combat-related buffs. They can be obtained from multiple sources. First thing is basically the black market. As you can see over here, we can go all the way. Oops, that's not the black market. This is the black market. This is basically where you can see all these new buffs. You will always see them in the building materials section, and they will be available over here for both gold and resources. And they're relatively cheap. Now, as you can see over here, these buffs are for example, this one over here is a development buff where it actually accelerates your military funds production in the base by 25%. This one over here grants you 100% training speed for 10 minutes. So for example, when you're in the middle of a fight, you want to train those troops as fast as possible so that you can recover and then immediately get back into battle. This is very helpful. And this one over here is amazing. It gives you 5% extra durability for 8 hours. These combat boosts do not stop just here. There are additional ones that you can find in the VIP store right over here. So you can see all these military buffs. If you go down here, you can see the troop expansion one, which is kind of amazing. It gives you 20% extra capacity for your troops, so you can train even more troops for 1 extra hour. So during this hour, you'll be able to have more troops in your barracks or hangars of that specific unit. Now, this can be a little bit expensive, and I understand that many players will see this as kind of a whale move, but for me personally, I think this is actually a pretty solid update. I do like buffs, especially in other games. I've played a lot of RTS games. Buffs are always pretty solid, right? Because it adds a little bit of a layer of depth to the game where you can actually use these to your advantage at the right time, so that you would apply them for that you're going to be fighting for the next 4 hours. You would apply your combat buffs, go into the fight, and then immediately go out. You don't have to have these running all day. Plus, you can get these for resources, which is pretty great as well. I think this is an amazing deal of which you can get for resources. We haven't done the calculation yet, which percentage should you buy these, and at what level should your resource production buildings be at, where you would be able to gain a better return on your investment for these in terms of resources, so you'd be able to gain more profitable resources than losing your resources, basically. but we'll do that very soon, and there's gonna be definitely a video about that. Now, there's also additional stuff where you can gain from the arena itself. So if you go to the rewards over here and then to the weekly rewards, you can see where you can gain a maximum potential medium, which will give you 5% officer skill casting speed for 4 hours. This is a really nice addition, to be honest, and you can gain that if you are in the top 200, which is very super easy to achieve, especially if you have been following our weekly videos for the arena combos. Now, that was the second update. Let's talk about the third one, or the third major thing that has been added, and it's actually not an additional thing to the game. However, it's actually a rebalance. So, as you know, Theater of Conquest matchmaking was really horrible. I've been hearing a lot of bad feedback about the matchmaking, alliances complaining, and it was just extremely a bad experience for players. Now, there has been, the good thing is that Lillithward, and they have been adjusting it. Now, the system works in two different ways. The first thing, it was before, the way that actually alliances were matched is depending on the points that they have earned in the pre-selection process. However, now there are multiple metrics involving activity of the alliance in addition to the overall power. So this way that alliances would be matched in a more fair manner, more or less a head-to-head in terms of power, in terms of activity, and overall points as well, so that these alliances will not only just, not play the pre-selection events for the points, and therefore be able to be matched with a lower level alliances. Now, that was the first change. The second one, however, the number of battlefields has been also increased. This basically is to account for the fact that the power differences among the alliances within the same battlefield was massive as well. So right now there are more battlefields, so this way it will be actually a little bit more fair or a little bit more, let's say, potential for your alliance to be matched with a, let's say, similar power range alliances as well. These two changes, I think, will be very, very good to the player experience in this specific mod. Now, there are other optimizations that have been also added to the game, some of which is our boy Spanner over here has a new look. I do actually dig this look more. Before, he looked like a normal mechanic. Now he looks like an actual tank mechanic. So I do really like this look more. And there's also some additions in terms of arts to the campaign levels or the campaign ranks over here. The arts has been changing as well. And overall optimizations of the game. There's also a new bundle over here that you can see, which is basically the value investment bundle. We haven't tested this out yet, but I'm actually thinking of buying it and testing it out, investing for a while and seeing if this is actually worth. Then we're going to be definitely doing a video about this once we finish all the investments and see if we can reach to the 300% and see if we can actually get the maximum value out of this. If we could do that, definitely we're going to be making a video about that, explaining exactly how we did it and if it's actually worth the money, comparing it to other packages that are available right now. That was basically everything that happened in this update. We hope you guys did like it. Please leave me your thoughts about this update in the comments below. If you think these changes are good or bad, make sure to comment below down there, and definitely always make sure to raise your voice. I'll try my best to basically to take your ideas and suggestions and move them immediately to the developers as I have in contact with them. I'm always not taking any sides at all. I do like these changes. I think it's overall pretty good. A new event, some additional layers of depth to the game, probably a little bit more tilted to whales. So if you guys think about some ways to actually make those buffs kind of more free-to-play friendly, then definitely that would be amazing ideas. I would love to hear them in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll definitely see you on the next video. Bye bye.